Since J-Lo's Super Bowl performance, there's definitely been a lot of chatting about the star. One of those, how the 50-year-old looks so young, so healthy, and so fit. So I've been looking into J-Lo's diet, and I'm going to try it myself. I'm not really trying to lose weight, but instead, I just want to look healthier and maybe a little bit younger. I feel like I've aged a lot over the past few years. So I'm going to give this diet a try, but let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. So when it comes to J-Lo's diet, I'm not really concerned about how much she eats. I do think she eats enough to fuel her body. But what I am concerned about is what she doesn't eat. No caffeine, no alcohol, only natural sugars like in fruits and vegetables. And to tell you the truth, I probably drink like 5 cups of coffee a day, and I'm a sugar addict. So it will be a little tough. I think I probably will have some headaches over the next few days. Evie, where are we at? The coffee shop? Why do you think I'm at the coffee shop? Actually, we're buying decaffeinated coffee. J-Lo does drink decaffeinated coffee, she says sometimes, so not breaking the rules. So we got the decaf coffee, but Evie, in a moment we have to get some more groceries. Like things like quinoa. I've never made quinoa before. Do you think I'll do a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah, and lots of fruits and vegetables.
I love you, Mommy.
Oh, I love you too. So I'm starting this video, starting my diet after breakfast. So the first thing on the menu is lunch. And J-Lo's go-to lunch, she said, from stories I've read, is salmon with broccoli and zucchini and a little salad dressing, and make it into a salad. There aren't a lot of, details about how you do this. So I'm going to make some salmon with broccoli and zucchini in the oven and then put it over lettuce. So we'll see how it goes and we'll see how it tastes. So when I think of a salad, I'm like old-fashioned, where I think there has to be lettuce on the bottom. But yeah, I don't think this one involves any form of lettuce. So here, I'll show you how it looks. So yeah, the zucchini and the broccoli, salmon actually tastes pretty decent. It's not like terrible, but I did put extra virgin olive oil and butter on it. So yeah. So to drink, I'm having water. As you probably guessed, J-Lo drinks a ton of water, along with pretty much any supermodel celebrity out there. Seems like they drink tons of water. I actually don't have a problem with that because I generally do drink a lot of water. Just a lot of coffee too. So I'm saying goodbye to the rest of my caffeinated coffee. So for supper or dinner, for those who don't live in the Midwest, J-Lo often eats quinoa, she says, with protein, like some type of meat usually. So this is my first attempt to make quinoa. Hopefully it turns out well. There are directions for it. So I'm going to make this along with chicken breast, which is one of the proteins that she eats often. I hope I made the quinoa right. I think it looks okay, so we'll see how it tastes. So welcome to day 2 of the J-Lo diet. I just finished my workout and I'm ready for my first cup of decaf. J-Lo also makes a smoothie sometimes for breakfast, so I'll be doing that in a moment. Cheers. Now I'm getting ready to make my smoothie, which is packed with protein and also fruits. If you haven't noticed, J-Lo seems like she likes protein, fruits, and vegetables a lot. So I'll show you what's in the smoothie. She uses 1 scoop of protein powder, and then for fruits, she has blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, along with some Greek yogurt and a little bit of cinnamon, along with ice cubes and some honey. Let's see how it tastes. So, Camille, we have all the ingredients in the blender, right?
Yes.
But then we remembered one more thing. What is it?
Fresh lemon juice.
Yep, so we can get some fresh lemon juice. And the part that we don't use, maybe we'll put it in water to make the water taste good. Because you're supposed to hydrate, right? Yep.
Are you ready for some blending?
Should we get blending, girls?
Yeah.
So we just finished our smoothie. The girls had a lot of fun making it, and they're also having a lot of fun drinking it, huh? You guys like it? Yeah, maybe we'll have to keep making J-Lo smoothie. Yeah, you gonna do it? Yep.
Okay, put it down there.
J-Lo smoothie is a hit here in our household. The smoothie is super delicious. I will admit though, I do miss my caffeine and I have a slight headache forming right here. Now it's lunchtime, and for lunch I'm just going to have some of the salmon and vegetables from yesterday that I did have left over. So now I'm ready for a snack, and I'm following the fruit and veggie rule and snacking on some mushrooms. So I've pretty much had a headache almost all day now, and I am giving in and reaching for the ibuprofen. Not what I wanted to do, but it's been quite a few hours and it's not going away. Probably from having caffeine withdrawal or sugar withdrawal, but yeah, maybe it's a sign that I need to lay back on the caffeine in general, right? Go J-Lo. Now it's supper time and I'm eating another one of J-Lo's go-tos, which is a salad with finely chopped kale, queso fresco. I forgot that at the grocery store, so I'm just using mozzarella. Hopefully that's okay. Pumpkin seeds, fresh lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, and minced shallots. So this should be interesting. I've never had shallots before, so we'll see how this goes. Now I'm on day 3, well, technically day 2.75 of the J-Lo diet. I have my decaf coffee in the background and my smoothie for the day. So I didn't really tell you how the end, sorry, just a second. My daughter needs me. Okay, so I am back now, and I was going to say that I didn't really tell you how the supper went last night, that kale salad. Well, it didn't go so good. I had to reach for a little peanut butter toast. But I did use, in my defense, I did use some 100% whole wheat bread, which J-Lo does eat like healthy carbs. So I'm hoping that's good. Of course, the peanut butter does have some sugar in it, but yeah, it wasn't 100% filling, and yeah, needed something a little bit more for supper, but wasn't terrible, right? I could have like reached for candy, I guess, or something, right? It's lunchtime now, and what's inside this pan kind of scares me. One of J-Lo's favorite, sauteed Brussels sprouts along with the protein, and I have chicken with that for lunch. I've never made Brussels sprouts before, and I've never eaten Brussels sprouts before, so we'll see how this goes. So I just finished making the Brussels sprouts and chicken. I kind of looked for different ideas for sauteing Brussels sprouts, and a lot of them said, olive oil, some salt and pepper, and lemon juice. So that's what we have. So my first attempt at eating Brussels sprouts. Yeah, you want to come eat them? It's actually not terrible. Yeah, this is better than the kale salad. You want some Brussels sprouts, Eve? Tell you, I never thought I would say this, but I am a fan of Brussels sprouts, at least this way, with the lemon juice and the salt and the pepper, a little bit of olive oil. They're good. Go J-Lo. I'll do this meal again. And now for supper time, I am just going to have some of the leftover chicken and quinoa. So, you know what that's like. And I would like to say overall, today the headache is much better than yesterday. So maybe I am getting past my caffeine withdrawal or sugar withdrawal, or maybe it's just a lucky day. Welcome to day 4, and I'm still drinking the decaf coffee, but I did have a little mistake last night. In my defense, it was Valentine's Day, but I may have eaten 4 chocolates last night. But also, J-Lo says when she does indulge, it's on chocolate. So yeah, J-Lo and I actually have something in common. So I'm having the mid-morning munchies, which J-Lo says she gets, with that limited breakfast of just a smoothie, right? Of course she would. But this is one of her go-to snacks, celery with nut butter. Yay! It's finally lunchtime after all those morning munchies, and can you guess what I'm making again? Woo, one of my new favorite vegetables, Brussels sprouts and chicken. So one thing that did taste really good was near the end of cooking it, I put a little fresh lemon juice on the Brussels sprouts and the chicken, and I'm no chef, but I thought it tasted really good. What do you know? I'm hungry again, so more celery. Celery. Now it's supper time, finally. It feels like I've had so many snacks in between. But we're making another one of J-Lo's favorite, which is sweet potatoes with protein. And tonight for the protein, I am doing grass-fed beef, which it says is something that J-Lo eats. I'm putting some broccoli in that she eats often, and also mushrooms along with shallots. So we'll see how this goes. It's another day and another canister of decaf coffee. Last night's supper was decent, I thought. And today, though, for lunchtime, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's Sunday and our church is having a gathering potluck style lunch. So I'm going to try to go through the stuff and think, what would J-Lo eat? And hopefully I'll have some luck with that. But I do know that there are pictures out there of J-Lo eating hot dogs with her kids and things like that. So I'm sure every once in a while she does, splurge and have something that's not on the diet. Wish me luck. And in case you were wondering, I did okay at the church gathering for lunch. I actually did really good with the main course. I had this soup that was all vegetables and gluten-free, and it was really good. But then for dessert, they had like tons of dessert there, just like, you know, most great church gatherings do. So I did end up having a cheesecake. Now it's time for dinner or supper, whatever. I'm used to calling it supper. Sorry for most of you who don't call it supper. But I'm making, yes, more Brussels sprouts. Yay. And then I did have a bunch of leftover of that beef mixture that I made yesterday. So I'll have that with these. Now it's lunchtime and I wanted to try the kale salad again, but I mixed it up a little bit. I still have the pumpkin seeds and of course the kale, but I switched to cheddar cheese, so hopefully that's okay. And then I put some sliced almonds on it because, like I mentioned before, JLo does allow herself a handful of nuts a day. And then for protein, I'm still eating some of that ground beef broccoli mixture from before. So we'll see how this tastes, if I like this any better than the previous kale salad. And of course, to drink with like every meal, I'm drinking water, even though I don't always mention it. Yep, water, water, water. Here is the verdict. I ate it all. I personally enjoyed it this way a lot better, and having a protein, that beef on my plate, helped fill myself up better, so hopefully I won't be starving the rest of the day. Also, I forgot, yeah, you were eating too, Eve, aren't you? Also, I forgot to mention that I did put vinaigrette on it, and JLo says for dressing, she uses vinaigrette instead of my beloved ranch dressing. Now it's supper time, and here's a look at my plate. I'm having salmon for my protein, and then the same salad that I actually had for lunch. It was decent, as I said, and it's not like I'm having a second time because I love it, love it, love it. It was decent, but I want to use the kale actually up before it goes bad, and truthfully, I'm the only person in the family that will touch it. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on how to make something great out of kale, please comment down below. I've made it to my final morning of the JLo diet, and I have plenty of liquids to get me through the day. My decaf coffee, a smoothie, water. I don't think I've touched a lot on the water. I mean, JLo says the most important thing for her diet is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Just as I've said before, I do generally drink a lot of water, so I haven't touched a lot about that. But something I have been bad about is, once again last night, I went for the peanut butter bread and also the chocolates. I just couldn't resist. And I'll talk a little bit more about this when I do my final recap at the end of this video on the diet, but I actually don't think this diet is enough to sustain someone who is just looking to maintain their weight and is very active. So I'll talk a little bit about the whole recap coming up later in the day. It's my final lunch on the JLo diet, and for that I am doing something that I'll probably actually make part of my regular eating routine: chicken with Brussels sprouts. You may notice that, JLo eats a lot of the same vegetables all of the time. That's because she reaches for things like Brussels sprouts and kale that are lower in carbs compared to vegetables like corn or carrots. I have the munchies and I'm all out of celery, so I'm trying to think of what would JLo do, and I think mushrooms are a good fruit or vegetable for a snack because, as I mentioned before, she says she snacks on fruit and vegetables, but not all of them are the same. She avoids those high in sugar and high in carbs, so let's go mushrooms. It's supper time now, and I know what you're thinking. How does this amazing potato dish fit into J-Lo's life? Well, it's probably like a treat sometimes. And my husband made this along with this chicken that's in barbecue sauce. Well, neither of these really work. Maybe I'll eat that tomorrow when I'm done with the diet. But I took some of this chicken, took the barbecue sauce off, and put it on my kale salad right here. So here we go for the final J-Lo meal. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video, and if you like it, please let me know down in the comments down below and give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and join this family. Also, if you'd like me to try someone else's diet next, let me know down below. So I'll give you my recap of what I think of this diet. The positives first. I'll start with the positives. I felt like I had plenty of energy throughout the day. I did eat healthier, I believe, than I normally do. And one thing that this might be a little bit TMI, but your digestion on this diet is great. And I can see why J-Lo has such a flat stomach, because with all the fruits and vegetables, yeah, you go to the bathroom a lot and you drink a lot of water. So plan on spending a lot of time in the bathroom on this diet. The cons, I would say, oh, and another positive. If you're looking to lose weight, I think this is a diet that you could definitely lose weight on, because I wasn't trying to lose weight and I did eat, you know, some extras throughout the week, and I still lost like a pound or two. The cons, I would say, is if you're active, if you have a high metabolism, you might need to find a few extra foods to eat throughout the week, or I feel like I just need a little bit more. Maybe I needed to mix in more quinoa or something like that, but I did miss my carbs some. And other than that, I guess I miss my caffeine, but a positive is that after a couple days, I really didn't have much for headaches. I don't know if that's typical. I thought the headaches would last pretty much the whole week, but I only had a couple days of them. And only one day, that one day when I took the medicine, that was really terrible. Yep, so that's pretty much the J-Lo diet there in a nutshell. Once again, I really, really do appreciate it for you watching this video, and I would appreciate a subscribe down below. Bye.